Hi guys, Abdul this side. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can build your own AI email assistant agent which can operate through just a text or voice through Telegram. So this is the complete layout, which has been distributed into three parts. The first one is the trigger mechanism, the second one is the segregation, and third one is execution. I'll just explain briefly about these parts and then we'll dive into the details to understand how this works. The first part, the trigger mechanism. In this trigger, we'll be using the Telegram. Trigger will either send or text or voice input to this Telegram, and this will trigger the entire workflow. The second part would be of segregation. The segregation will include the segregation of the voice and text inputs. The text input will be sent separately to the AI agent, while the voice input will be first they download the file, then we'll transcribe it into text, and those texts will again then be fed into the AI agent. Once it is done, this in this execution part, this agent will send the details, fetch the details to all these tools that are attached to it. These are Gmail tools, and based on these tools, will carry out the executions. When these are done, it will send the confirmation back to the user who has triggered the workflow. So this is how entire operation will be working. So let's just get into the more details to understand better. So for this trigger mechanism, let's set this up. First of all, you have to attach your Telegram account. You can go to create your credentials. For that matter, you can go to this bot father. You can type in the search bar bot father, get the access token, copy it, paste it over here, press save, and you will connect your Telegram account. Then you can go to the trigger on which mechanism the trigger would initiate. There are multiples which you can choose from, but as for now, we'll be resorting to the message one. We do not need to go to any further settings. As for now, it works fine. So let's go to the switch part. So the switch part will be assigning the rules first, since we'll be sending the text and the voice input separately to the files each, so that they can then be sent to the AI agent. So let me just send a text so that we can have some data and which we can use in the format. So let's say I'm gonna say, uh, did I receive any email from school community? My bad. I'll just press justice workflow and execute the task. Okay, so it has done the execution, and we have got this email reply as well. So let's just fetch the data and set this switch up. So what we'll do is, first of all, we'll go to the trigger workflow and we'll just pin this data so that we can use it again if you want to, and we'll change it whenever it requires. So we'll go to the switch. Okay, so we have different data over here. As you can see, we have the update ID, the message ID, from to board first name, username. So these things vary with the passage of time. So what we can do is we can just take these text input, and then accordingly paste it over here, since that will be the one that will be transcribing, sending to ahead to the agent. So we'll just take this text over here, drag it over here, and it will set the JSON file. Now for the ruling, there are different sort of rules. We have either string, number, date and time, boolean, array, object. For the string, we just need the data to be processed ahead. So we'll just say it exists, and it will just send the data ahead to the AI agent. Now for this voice AI agent part, for the second rule, we'll just go to back and just give another voice input so that we can have the data about as well. So can you please summarize the school community email for me? What does it want to say? Okay, so now it has processed the voice input. So let's get the switch. Okay, so in this, you can see we have the file ID over here for the voice input. For the data to be transformed ahead, we'll just take this file ID, since the voice input is downloaded in the file ID form. So you'll just take the file ID, drag it over here, put the ruling, since we just do not want to execute this same string ahead, same data ahead, so we'll just keep it that exists. So that's all for this switch. We can just name it as the voice on the text so that you can remember whatever task we are trying to achieve from them. So let's go to the text first. We'll just take this text file, and we'll just try to use it as a string and send it ahead if there's some special requirement, so that we do not mix those two things, the voice or the text. So we'll just include this mapping. It is a text, so it is a string. So it is just a JSON message text. So let me show you two things which for which purpose you will be looking forward these things. As you can see, this is the JSON file that we're fetching from the switch, from the text of the Telegram. So since we'll be fetching the same, so we'll resort the same in the text file as well. So in the text file, we'll just input this data string. We'll, if we execute the workflow, we'll be able to see it over here. But since we have done the voice, so it is not available at the moment. So we can just edit the field. This is a basically field setting, field loop, and just press back. Okay, now let's go to the audio file and the text conversion. For the audio file, it will fetch the file ID from the switch, and we'll be connecting this Telegram account to it. It will get the file from it from based on the file ID. This is get operation, and accordingly, this will send the input into the binary formation. The binary data would be basically having this file size, which can be further downloaded by the OpenAI transcribe model, and it will then transcribe it and send it to the AI agent. So let's get the conversion. Now, as we can see, we have the file over here. So we'll be using this OpenAI account, and we'll be then transcribing this complete audio file ahead to the text, so that those texts can be sent to AI agent. For the setting, we can just connect our OpenAI account, and resources. We can use the audio as it is not an image, none of those things. So transcribe recording, we'll just resort to this one, and we can just input any field name, whatever we want to achieve. So you can see this as a process, and this is the output that is done after the transcribing of this voice note. So now we'll be sending this same voice note to the AI agent, as you can see over here. So we're done with the text part, we're done with the voice input part, and we'll be both be sending these two things to the email assistant agent. Now coming over this email assistant, we have all this data on the left side that we have over here. Now we'll be just getting the prompt from these things. Since we are using this text, using the fetching the text from the both the files, so we'll only be using the user message only, JSON text only. So we'll just take this text over here, we'll just drag it over here, and it will just tell us whatever the input that we require, and subsequently that will transcribe using the tools into the output. For the system message, we can have to make sure the template is there. I'll just share how to get this done from the chat GPT or maybe the DeepSeek, whatever you wish, and this entire AI agent will execute based on this workflow. So as you can see, we have the output over here, but I will let you know how to get this done. Now we'll attach all these tools accordingly with it. We can open the OpenAI chat model, get the OpenAI account, photo mini. It's done. Then we'll go to the memory. We'll just connect the simple memory, keep the window select short as possible. You do not need to go for the larger ones. If you want to, you can. Then you can connect these email accounts. What we'll do, you just open this node, we'll connect a Gmail account, we'll set the tool description based on the AI agent, or if you want to do it manually, you can do so. So the message, that resource that we'll be using, and the operation will be sent, and to subject and the email text and the message, these basically general items will be defined by the AI itself. That will be better, since we will be prompting the same in the AI agent through the format, so that will be able to execute all these things. So text, if you want to have the HTML or text, it's entirely up to you. And similarly, we'll connect all these tools along with it. And once they are done, we'll just go to the trigger mechanism, we'll test workflow, and then we'll check if it works. Let's test the workflow. We'll say, what is the title of email that I have received from Google? Let's see if it works. Since you can see it is executing the workflow, it will get the emails and use the OpenAI to transcribe the answer and send it back to the Telegram user. Let's see what's the answer. Okay, so this is the email that is saying, oh, I've got some suspended. So let's see what is the suspension. We'll show it later on. So this is how you can build this entire tool. And if you want to learn, you want to get this template, you want to learn more details, you want to learn how to build complex AI agents, you can join the community. I'll be sharing each and everything over here. So see you there.